Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player. Good morning. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Thursday, the 12th of April, 2018, about 9:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. You do realize tax day's coming pretty soon, so you're going to get impacts of that. The Fed actually starts getting money in, so a whole different, not the Fed, the Treasury starts getting money in instead of paying it out. So you will see changes to take place. Now, the event of today is that we woke up this morning and there's still no missile attacks. Things, I'm not saying they're calming down, but restraint is what people are talking about. I don't know how much of that you'll get. France has joined the U.S. now in saying that they absolutely believe it was nerve gas, chlorine gas probably, that was dropped by the Syrians. I don't know what Miss May from the U.K. has done, but I know the submarines from the U.K. are in the area. We have our launch pads, everything ready to go. The Syrians have moved their airplanes onto Russian bases. Do we dare attack that? Who the heck knows where it goes? But let me tell you what the market's done, because that's what you have to understand. You're down nearly $20 in gold. Something's changed. 30 cents in silver. The copper market, I think, is back to thinking about trade wars with China, and they are not going well. Nothing positive there is taking place. If you saw Larry Kudlow yesterday, the president's economic advisor now, he is saying that the sanctions may go in place before even negotiations go on. And if you saw what's going on in Peru this morning as the Chinese ministers are arriving there for the Summit of the Americas, they do not sound like anything's going forward. They're making their plans for counter tariffs. Stock market, though, is saying, hey, no war, good thing, away we go to the upside. Premium coming out today of the bonds in the note market, even the energy sector. Remember, as I said yesterday on Fox, one of the things you got to be a little careful of, did the energies get ahead of themselves thinking anything can happen in the Middle East? Now, please understand, I, for one, still think there's going to be an attack, but I think it's going to be limited in scale. I think it'll be a hit and run and everybody goes home. In the grain markets, you're back to thinking, what is going on in the soybeans? How bad is the situation still in Argentina? Remember, we've yet to plant our beans. Whatever our farmers are going to do, they're going to do. And again, the whipsaws in the currencies, and I'll explain this in a minute, but the euro down 60 points, the dollar up 37, that's certainly weighing on the metal markets over here, and the pound doing pretty much what I have said in the afternoon videos. The market keeps climbing up. I think it's headed towards that upper Bollinger Band number. It's already hit a window envelope that's very important. Let's look at today's data. Jobless claims down 9,000. All you can do is applaud it. It's good news. The continuing claims, well, that's a moving around number, 187.10. The previous was 1.808, so it has climbed a bit. The import-export prices, flat. As you can see, nothing really big there. And energy price down a little bit last time, but that's because prices were down. They've come up, so you can expect the next report to be higher. Now, here's something important. The EIA is forecasting that the drivers in the United States are going to pay, and I said this before, they reiterated it, $2.74 a gallon this summer for regular gasoline, the highest in 4 years. Sell your car. The European Union Stats Agency reported that in February, the output of factories and mines and utilities was 0.8% lower than in January. But more important, that was the third drop in a row, and it's the worst spat they've had in a long time. Wall Street Journal had looked for an increase on their survey. So this took the market by surprise, and as we get into the April ECB meeting, this is going to weigh on them. I don't think they're going to come out of that meeting that hawkish with these type of numbers taking the day. OPEC crude output during March was off 201,000 barrels, but the cartel noted March worldwide oil supply, thank you, U.S., was up 180,000. The latest report also increased the cartel's 2018 oil demand to 1.63 million and said that In the U.S., shale accounted for 94% of the growth. No surprise there. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. French President Macron said there's evidence that Syria's Assad uses the chemicals. I've said that. Germany said the measures must be discussed, everything. Germany really joins in with us, as I'm saying. China's Commerce Ministry, this is where I said things in Peru not going all that well. But getting back to oil, without a trade war, you could be looking at $75, $80 demand for oil. You could be. Get a trade war, and that changes the game, and that's the things that everybody has to understand. Games change quickly if you get a trade war. Now, one of the things that I want to talk to you about, and right here, is this brochure that we've put together as a PDF, Trading Tips from the Top Pros. This gives you ideas of some of the information we have. And we send these out to you by email as a PDF. You can print them out. They'll look just like this when you print them out, by the way. This is put together by our good friends at Modern Trader. And remember, if you're asking for this and you don't have a one-year subscription to get their magazine by email, you can get it from us by calling right here. Go to our website. You'll see our carousel of free offers right when you enter the website. Up here, if you watch me on YouTube, and underneath us, it'll say, click here for Ira's free offer on many websites. I'm Ira Epstein. See you this afternoon.